What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 3D Arcade. We're here this week doing the post-commentary of our match of the Week 6 of the NCP against the Seattle Dragonairs, coached by TD Towers, the head of the Soldu Association League. If you guys are wondering, he did take over a team. Can't remember whose team it is right now, but he took over a team, and this is his first match in the NCP. First match on like a big upload required Wi-Fi League, I think. But we're rocking out with a good team this week. We brought Crocdon C, the slow bro. I did notice I had the slow king on the layout the last couple weeks. My bad. We also brought Amathar after Amathar the Unfallen from D20. Shout out to my D&Ders out there. The Nidoking with the Life Orb Sheer Force. We got Orochimaru with the Choice Scarf as usual. Wooloo's cousin. The Whimsicott with the Expert Belt. Wax on, wax off. The gosh darn Mienshao with the Choice Scarf. And Tornadus with the Heavy Duty Boots. Choice Scarf is too fun with this team, but I gotta try something different because let me tell you guys, I've already done the week 7 match and it's we're starting to get predicted a little bit on this. But you can see he's got Spectrier, Grimmsnarl, Starmie, Runerigus, Volcarona, and Heliolisk. So this team was pretty much what I expected. I was a little tiny bit surprised by the Heliolisk, and I'm not sure what it was. There was a mon that I was surprised wasn't here, but ultimately it's all good. So as you guys can tell, we're going to be going into week 6, leading off with Mienshao, figuring we get a free U-turn, we get some free good shit off. Hopefully, you know, not Choice Scarf Spectrier, that'd be kind of weird. We're going to see what happens. This match is going to be a good one, and we're going to probably do a little bit of skipping throughout to just kind of help you guys with some of the stuff. And I've been having a lot of problems with my throat recently, so going to be working on that as well. It's been rough, dude. It's been rough. But we're going to see the lead with Starmie. Shiny Starmie, of course, Polaris the Starmie, and wax on, wax off the Mienshao, of course. Probably the worst possible lead we could have, because this thing could very well be scarfed, and we are, of course, weak to his stab psychic moves. Now, we do have knockoff, and knockoff would kill from this range, but I'm going to go for the U-turn because I'm hoping I'm going to outspeed. We're scouting for the scarf, and I don't want to take the chance that if he is scarf himself and goes for the attack that he hits me with a psychic and I die. Which I realize I'm still taking that chance with U-turn, but U-turn's still super effective. U-turn's going to do massive damage. That's like 75%, I'm pretty sure. And then we get out of here and we get to bring in something better. But we're going to see, in fact, it is Scarf Starmie. So it feels almost weird. I always want to say Starf Scarmie, and that's even worse, but it feels weird when I say it the right way, too. So we're going to see the flip turn come off, which is nice. Unfortunately, we do take some good damage because Mienshao is not super defensive. But what we do get out of this is a nice switch in on this Volcarona. We're going to do very little bit of damage. Unfort, we're going to get the Flame Body Burn, probably the worst bit of RNG we're going to get in this whole game, if I'm being honest with you guys. But we've got him back, and we're going to be reviewing what we want to bring out against this thing. Now, obviously, ground is going to be neutral. We don't have a lot of super effective on him, except for Croc Dundee, and he does unfortunately have the bug typing as well, so I don't really want to let him get a Bug Buzz or a Quiver Dance off on me. So we're going to bring Tornadus out because Tornadus is rocking out with the Air Slash, which is going to do like 50 to this thing, I'm pretty sure. It does a lot. It's pretty sweet. So as you can see, we exchanged our momentum moves. Here we are, turn 2. We've reset. We got the secondary priority, which is nice. Unfortunately, that resulted in the burn. So we should outspeed this thing, pretty much no cap. But unfortunately, I do think he's probably going to switch. So I just want to get the free knockoff on whatever it is that comes in. Like, let's get this mess out of here, right? And even if it's this thing, you know, if it's Scarf or it's Specs or something, or Life Orb, like we can really kind of lower its damage. Or if it's Boots, you know, that's always nice to get rid of. I don't think we actually brought any hazards this week. But we are going to see the swap to Runerigus, so we get this super effective knockoff off, and it's going to do big damage. Big damage, like 33%. Unfortunately, he takes our Regenerator, which is very unfortunate. I actually didn't think about that at all in prep. We do get rid of his stall a little bit. I'm a little bit worried at this point that he's going to start stacking spikes on me, but we do have boots on our Slowbro, which is nice. And Amathar also has some good ways to take this thing out. We're going to have switch priority. He's obviously not going to go for a ground type move against the flying types on first one. I think that's going to be a little bit ballsy. So I'm going to go out to Orochimaru Which honestly, I'm assuming I did because Dark Pulse and I eat a dark ghost move, so I'm expecting a Poltergeist. Right here, watching this, I was actually considering. Unfortunately, by the way, we just revealed our scarf. I was actually considering going to Amathar because of that, and Amathar would absorb any toxic spikes that come in, which would have been nice, and then we could hit him with an EP. But I did go out into this to try to get some momentum going up, because the nice thing about Scarf Hydreigon is you pretty much don't have any swaps, which means if you have a good chance to kill, you're probably gonna kill, right? So like, you know, obviously the Volcarona is gonna switch in okay here, but the Spectrier, the Starmie, the Runerigus all eating it pretty bad. Grimmsnarl's also gonna be okay. I think it has a resist. It might actually quad resist. It might. And we are going to see Sandy the Grimmsnarl coming out, so we're expecting some prankster shenanigans, but we're going to get a flash cannon because we got the read. Totally missed that in my own click. We're going to do almost half, so unfortunately a light screen would stop us here. We do have a roll. I do remember this roll. We got like 45 to 55, so we do have a chance to kill. That was a relatively minimum roll so far in the match, but we got our reads going really strong here at the beginning. Obviously, we're Scarf. I don't know why I tried to click U-turn. I think it's because I forgot. I think I was talking to myself at this point in time. So what do we want to bring in on him, obviously? You know, we got Sludge Wave, which is going to be pretty sick. I don't know what he's going to do, but I don't see him doing a lot to me, except maybe a Fairy move, and you can't risk that on Hydreigon. You just can't, man. So we're going to see the light screen pop off. That is unfortunate, since we do have a lot of special moves on our Nidoking, but Amathar is now out here. And I'm thinking he's probably going to want to swap into something, right? So like Starmie could come in. Runerigus is probably defensively kind of engaged for this. He's got the ground type looking at it. And once you see our moves here in a minute, we got EP, we got Ice Punch, we got Sludge Wave, and I think Flamethrower. Like, we got pretty good moves for a lot of stuff. So I don't really see the Volcarona wanting to come in for fear of the Earth Power coming off. I think he might fear the Sludge Wave a little bit. I think I go Earth Power here, though, expecting probably that neutral... expecting this neutral boy to come in here. So I just felt like it was a good neutral play on the Volcarona, but he does bring in the Imhotep, which unfortunately did get a lot of its health back. And we're going to see the lucky crit come through. I don't know why we're not hearing music. That's not good. I just realized we didn't have any music that whole time. My bad, guys. We got music now, though. We're chilling. So we do see the crit, which means he's going to go down to no matter what comes in. I'm a little bit unsure of maybe what he wants to go out to. EP with light screen is actually still kind of a roll at this range, so I go for the Ice Punch. Just knowing the light screen, you know, is not going to be there for anything that switches in, which is great. And we are going to get solid damage off onto whatever it is. And we're going to see Ice Punch knock out Imhotep. We are now at 80. We do lose our Sheer Force, unfortunately, as the trade-off to this. I believe we're going to be exactly 80 because of Life Orb. No, wait. Huh. I actually don't know why I didn't lose Life Orb the first time. Maybe I did and I just missed it? Maybe if you crit, you don't take Life Orb damage? What did I miss there? I don't know. We'll see here in a second. So we're going to see Polaris come back out. Obviously, you don't want to stay in on this thing. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't take a Life Orb the first time. That's very interesting. I didn't notice that in the match. So, you know, he's probably going to flip turn. Maybe he wants to do something crazy. So I'm thinking I might go out to Wooloo's cousin here, but I think maybe not, because, you know, obviously Psychic type move onto, he could go Psychic or Water, and that's the hard thing. So I choose to go to Slowbro, figure we can recover off any damage we take. If he flip turns, he ain't going to do shit, because we're, you know, pretty defensively invested. I forget whether this was Spadef or defensive Slowbro, but Starmie's attack's only base 75, only going to take a tiny bit of damage. He's going to take some Rocky Helmet. And, you know, obviously he gets the switch initiative a little bit. Oh, I forgot to change Demons here. Let me mark off our boy. Runerigus is dead. So we took the early lead as well. Oh, man. So it's 6-5. We're trying it out pretty good. At this point, I think I'm still like down on time. I'm being pretty calc heavy, so we want to be careful here. Now this is scary. This Spectrier coming in. This is a turning point. So actually, we're only down by about 20% here. So I'm not sure what the Spectrier wants to do. I know I take a second to calc and see what he's going to do. And in my mind, this Shadow Ball should have done enough to break sub. We both talked about it afterwards, but it actually does not break the sub here. Spoiler alert for 3 seconds from now. And it's terrifying. This Spectrier now has a sub, and for some reason, it did not break. So I have to make the choice here. Do I stay in and break it? Do I try to swap? Like, what does he do? You know, he's got another turn behind. If he expects to swap, does he just attack? Because I think he knocks me out anyway, and I think he also does some decent damage to some other things. I might go ahead and swap to Wooloo's cousin here. You know, I was wishing he was Dark type for sure for that Fairy type move. Do I go ahead and swap to Wooloo's cousin? I don't think so. Yeah, I try to break the sub. So we try to break the sub here. We're going to see him go for a Calm Mind. So now he's +1/+1. Even worse, he's wrecking a whole bunch of our team. I've said this to a lot of people before. You set up on me, and I don't know what the f I'm doing, man. I do not know how to break it. I probably should have swapped turn 1. But honestly, even he thought I was going to break it. So I don't think we had a lot of investment, but I think even raw, we should have done something. But whatever, subs out. He's now at 75. He's at +1/+1. Do we stay in and live? Do we switch out? I don't remember what I do here, to be honest with you. We're just going to see. I think this is a point where I choose to switch maybe into Hydreigon. I think an Orochimaru can do some stuff for us. We do have most of our Mons at full. Hydreigon's just such a Mon to lean on. It's kind of scary, but we're going to go ahead and bring him out because he's obviously going to eat the Ghost type move okay. Unfortunately, I think we're just barely breaking the sub right now. I'm not sure if he subs. No, he Calm Minds, yeah. So he Calm Minds, and now we're not breaking a sub, which is unfortunate. We do thankfully outspeed, but that means he can get a sub up for the next turn. So +1/+1, we got to do the best we can do. He's not carrying. I don't know why I didn't go. I think maybe I was thinking flinch for Dark Pulse and also Draco lowering us, because Draco definitely doesn't kill from this range, but it would lower us by 2, and then, you know, we're doing half and it's bad and he can sub. So we hit for the Dark Pulse, hope for the flinch. We're going to see damage of about 20. Very, 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 very unfortunate. We're going to see him click sub, and I don't know why he did that. I think this is the point. Oh yeah, he was also light screen, so he was 4 times resistant, or basically +4 to that. It was kind of busted. But now he's not. I think Dark Pulse does enough without that to break the sub. I'm pretty sure we talked after this, and this is actually the point where he misclicked that under the timer pressure, which is pretty funny because I'm also like a full minute behind at this point. I might sack. Do I sack? Dude, why did I switch here? Please tell me I Dark Pulse. Yeah, I Dark Pulse. The light screen went away. We're going to outspeed. We're going to break the sub. He can't sub again, which means he's pretty much got to attack. I think another Calm Mind means he lives. He does go for the Shadow Ball, which is thankfully resisted, so it's going to do a little less, but it is going to be, you know, ×2. So we're going to see a bunch, and we're going to finally learn about that Life Orb, and we see that this is the point where he goes down. So at this point, I'm really concerned. You know, Orochimaru's pretty low. I really kind of need him to help me deal with this Starmie, but we're going to go ahead and click Dark Pulse, knowing we're probably going to have to hard swap after. He doesn't really have a good switch into it, though, because he knows at this point his whole team is, except for the Starmie, is outsped, but that Starmie can't live a Dark Pulse, so he has to wait, and he brings the Starmie in now. So I'm going to mark that down because we do have Spectrier. At that point, honestly, guys, I thought the game was over. I did, even though it was 6-5. Like, I thought the game was over because he was +2/+2. Fast, super fast Mon, like doing a ton of damage to everything. Whimsicott's squishy, you know, like this is my answer for it. And he wasn't doing a lot with that Calm Minding, so it's very scary. Oh crap, we probably just got copyrighted. Why did that just happen? Why did that just happen? I don't know what just happened. It like switched me to a totally different album. That was very bad. Hopefully we're fine. Hopefully we're fine. So I am going to go ahead and swap here, kind of hoping for the Rocky Helmet play again, to be honest with you, but there's just not a lot he can do to that Hydreigon that he can do to this Croc. So we bring Slowbro out, and he's going to reveal the Dazzling Gleam. So now we know he's Flip Turn, Dazzling Gleam. You know, he's probably like Hydro Pump something, Hydro Pump Ice Beam maybe. Dazzling Gleam for sure taking it out. Doesn't do a lot to Croc Dunsey. Obviously, he's got a hard swap if he doesn't want to take the Flip Turn Rocky Helmet damage. And again, I don't really remember what he does here, but we're going to see. So we got about 4 minutes left. I think this is around the point I start noticing this. Like, he's ahead of me by a good bit. He's at 6:16. Like, this is bad. Like, we don't want to lose to timer. We're ahead. Trying to figure out the best thing to do here. I ultimately decide to Scald, expecting him to switch. He does hard switch, so he can't take that Rocky Helmet damage. He's going to see my boy come out, and that's going to be Heliolisk. Heliolisk, obviously, we're especially or physically defensive with that Rocky Helmet. I'm pretty sure we might be mixed. We're fishing for a burn, and we get one. Let's go. Hacks returned. Obviously, Hacks not doing, or burn not doing a lot to him. Because of him being a special attacker, but it's still nice to get that that momentum change. I don't know if he one-shots me. I think he does if he specs. So I think I end up I either go into Amathar or I go into Wooloo's cousin here. I think Wooloo's cousin makes sense because we resist the electric type move. But I think I might go into Amathar because he's straight up immune. But I'm a little worried he reads that and goes for like Grass Knot or something, which is neutral on us. Not great. So we're going to bring in Wooloo's cousin. And Wooloo's cousin honestly not doing a lot for us for the rest of the match other than some Tailwindy shenanigans. So we're going to see Surf come out, which is very interesting. He was thinking I was going to the Nidoking, and I didn't. So boom, good read on us. We get another turn of the burn chip. We see the Surf. I don't remember thinking if that was Specs damage or not. I can't remember if he stays in or he doesn't here. Obviously, this would have been a great scenario for our Wooloo's cousin set last week if we had Subseed, but we don't. So we're going to Tailwind. Prankster Tailwind up. Make sure we outspeed that Starmie. Maybe a little bit early. We're going to see the U-turn come off, and thankfully he is burned. And I don't know if Fairy resists Bug, so that might have been neutral, but at the very least, you know, he's burned, and it was... Yeah, it didn't say super effective, so Fairy must resist Bug, I guess. So we're going to see this come off. We're going to see the Tailwind go up. We do have Volcarona out here. Now, this is not amazing for us. Volcarona, very scary. I might hard swap. I might U-turn. I don't remember what I do for Chip. Yeah, so we're going to U-turn. Bug and Fire are not doing a whole lot to Nidoking, so we're going to see Amathar come out here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, boom. There we go. No way I go out into Croc Dunsey. Do I go out into Croc Dunsey? I might. Shit, I might go out into Tornadus. Well, we do have two turns of Tailwind left at this point. I went out into Slowbro, which I honestly can't tell you why. Was probably expecting an attack, and he Quiver Dances in my face. I just clipped the crap out of that. He Quiver Dances in my face. Now he's +1, +1, +1. And at this point, I'm like, bro, you kidding me? You brought 2 setup mons? What the... I'm telling you guys, it's like people who watch my videos know that I don't deal with setup well, and so they bring setup against me. So I should really do some learning here or something. But I start fishing for a bird, which I know now is stupid. He's a fire type. He obviously can bug me, which ain't great. But if we do burn it, we get the chip. We know he's not a choice item now. He might be Life Orb or something. We might have seen a U-turn earlier. I know he's not Life Orb. He might be Boots. I think I'm thinking he's Boots at this point with him not being choiced. I want to Scald him. Just do some good damage. I mean, it's super effective damage from a Stab Water type Mon, right? So Starmie can come back in. Heliolisk can come back in. But we're doing okay damage to Heliolisk. And the Grimmsnarl also could come in. But the Grimmsnarl at this point only showed us screens. So I don't think he's doing a whole lot. So we're going to see him Quiver Dance again. And that's terrifying because he's now +2, +2, +2. Definitely a mistake on my part. Probably should have swapped back out to something. But we're going to see some good damage come off. And at this point, I think... I don't know what I do. I think I might fish for the Spadef drop with Shadow Ball. Do I just swap? I don't know. We're going to see what I do here in a second. We're learning at the same time together. We are carrying Stone Edge, so I do think I calc that. Nope, not at this point. So he's going to Roost, which is very unfortunate for us. I think I go for the Freeze. Can you even freeze a fire type? You might not even be able to freeze a fire type. So we're going to go for the Ice Beam. We're going to see that do nothing. And our Tailwind is gone, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm ready to just sack this. This is probably the wrong play. Now that I'm looking at this here, knowing he's going to Quiver Dance again. I'm just thinking, this whole time I'm thinking, I can't switch, because if I switch, he's going to Oko me. You know? So we're going to see the Ice Beam. Boom. No freeze. But we get a crit. Yay! Yeah, he's got Roost, and we're critting with a super not very effective move. So we're at full. Really, really regretting taking off Teleport here. We are going to see the Bug Buzz come off at +3. So at this point, I'm hoping and praying for the Stone Edge. We're going to see Slowbro go down. That's going to be the first death on our side. Oops, sorry. It's going to be the first deaths on our side, so we're doing all right so far. We're going to bring out Wooloo's cousin. I guess I Tailwind. Oh, yeah, because he's +3 speed, so we Prankster Tailwind. Yep, definitely had. By the time I got to that point, I had to sack, so just hope he didn't keep pulling shit on me, right? And keep trying to set up. But at this, I mean, he's +3, +3, +3. Like, he's doing pretty good. Maybe he's not thinking about the Tailwind. Obviously, we Tailwind, we get that Starmie, we clap the Starmie, we get Giga Drain, same thing, doing pretty good stuff to the Heliolisk, so he really doesn't want to switch. He's going to go Fiery Dance, which is going to be neutral. I think it wipes us here, though. Yeah, so we're going to see Wooloo's cousin go down. We basically had to sack 2 Mons to this. It's now 4-4, and Hydreigons pretty weak, so I'm not super excited, and we're burned on Wax On, Wax Off. So we come in. I don't think we take burn damage this turn, because we just came in. Yeah. So we got Stone Edge, quad effective Stone Edge, and that's about the only thing I can hope for. And I think I might even need a crit to guarantee kill here. It's pretty freaking close. And if he swaps, obviously, that's not great for us because we're scarfed into it. We're going to be doing good damage to any of the Mons that come in. And if we don't miss, we're doing okay, and he loses all his setup. But at this point, I'm just kind of hoping and praying. Like, we're a couple of points above him, I'm pretty sure, and we do land the Stone Edge to save ourselves from that +3, +3, +3 Volcarona. We take a little bit of burn damage, and something's going to come in on us here. So we got Torn, we got Mienshao, we got Nidoking. Luckily, we got most of our weapons here, right? Like, we have our Tailwind as our Tailwind. We're going to see Sandy come here because he's going to want to burn that, obviously. We're down to, I think, 2, maybe 1 minute left of Tailwind, and we're at 2 minutes of time. So I have to decide, what do I want to do here? And I think it's time we just keep clicking Stone Edge. It's a chance to kill, especially if we crit. We don't know if he's got Reflect. We've only seen the light screen. And we got Tailwind at this point. So like swapping and losing 2 turns of Tailwind when we can't get it back, not great. He light screens on us and we go for the Stone Edge. So we're going to see he's pretty bulky. He is defensively bulky, which is good for him. I mean, you know, he's pretty bulky in general on the defensive side. So at this point, I've pretty much decided that with us burned, we're gonna play for the crit here. This Mienshao is not doing a whole lot if it comes back in. This is the last turn of Tailwind, so Mienshao is not doing it against the Starmie. We're gonna see us go down to 1, and we're gonna see him Spirit Break off on us and take out our Mienshao. It's now 3-3. He's got him on at 1. I've got him on in the low yellows. I've got 2 relatively healthy Pokemon outside of that. And Heliolisk is burned, and he's got that Starmie. That Starmie's pretty scary at this point. The win con is how do we kill the Starmie? And we do have another Tailwind. I forgot about that. So we have Torn T. At this point, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, we got 3 turns left. Do I Tailwind again? And I probably did it a little bit early, to be perfectly honest with you. But I was scared of the Heliolisk. So we're going to see him come out here. And I click U-turn, actually, because U-turn is going to kill. So we're going to see him T-Wave us, which is massive unfortunate. And I think he gets the first turn para. Yeah, so that's obviously huge for him. And we would have killed him if we hit him with that. And then we would have been able to come in with Amathar and hopefully take out Heliolisk. But honestly, I don't know. We might see some things. Maybe it works out better for us this way. Maybe I was greedy going for the kill right now. Because obviously that Starmie coming in on that Nidoking is pretty bad. So we're going to go for the Tailwind now that we're parried. It's very important. We're going to see a Spirit Break, and I'm honestly hoping it kills, and it doesn't, which is unfortunate because that's going to lower our Spatak. I actually think I forgot to account for that when I was playing through this. So we're going to see ourselves here. It's 3-3, like I said. He's basically at 1. We've seen Spirit Break and Light Screen. I don't know his other moves. I'm really hoping it's not Reflect. And also kind of hoping, I mean, not even that it's not Reflect, but really hoping it's not Rest. I hope he's not Rest Talk. So we're going to do some good damage there. We're going to see the burn do some damage to him as well. My boy is now low. With the Tailwind, we outspeed if we don't get parried. So we're hoping we don't get parried. We're going to see what happens here. I want to go for the knockoff, thinking maybe he tries to catch me on the U-turn or catch me on the hard swap to Hydreigon or Nidoking. But we're going to knock off and we're going to take out Heliolisk. So we're down into a 2-3 situation. We have basically no Tailwind left. I would probably have been better off there if I mean, I kind of had to kill him, right? So does our Tailwind peter out here? We might have 1 turn of Tailwind left, but we only have a minute left, so we're almost out of timer. We got to play this super tight. And I really play this one down to the wire too, guys. It's fucking crazy. What are you doing here, Jordan? So what I'm thinking, right, is we got the Starmie. We got the Starmie down here. Knockoff doing big damage. Don't know if we're going to live. I think it's a roll. We're going to see the Scald happen. The Scald takes us down. And we're parried. The full para. Very bad. So I'm going to go for the Tailwind. Hope we can get it. At this point, I'm thinking everything we've got outspeeds that Grimmsnarl. So it's going down. We just have to figure out how we kill the Starmie. So the para, obviously, the crit didn't matter here. But the para made a big difference. Because that knockoff would have killed this Starmie. Or at the very least slowed it down. So Hydreigon could one-shot it. So my thought process here is he is locked into Scald, which means, and I calc real quick, that doesn't kill Orochimaru. It doesn't kill Orochimaru. And so what we do is we come in here and I predict him to know that, because if it doesn't kill me, then I hit him with Dark Pulse and then Dark Pulse again and he's dead. So what I choose to do is U-turn. Actually, he has Light Screen, I think. If he still has Light Screen here, then this is just very lucky on my part, because Dark Pulse probably would not have killed. But what I do is I U-turn, because if, basically, if he stays in Scalds, I do big damage. And then I sack the Nidoking and I come back in. It could have been a big gamble for me, but basically the only way I see this working out is I click U-turn, he swaps to the Grimmsnarl trying to preserve this Starmie so he can switch the Starmie's move, and then I bring in Nidoking because Dazzling Gleam, as his other attacking move that I've seen, does not OHKO Nidoking, and then Nidoking does big damage to this thing. And he doesn't want that, so he's gonna Scald to try to kill the Nidoking, and if he Scald, I honestly think Dazzling Gleam might have been a 3-hit KO if I calculated it right. So, you know, we're just waiting, seeing what he does. So we're going to see Sandy come in. Boom. Sandy's in. And boom. He's going to go down to 1 Pokemon. And it's going to be that Starmie. Oh, sorry. I forgot to mark off Torn T, guys. Torn T is also gone. So it's 2-1. Orochimaru can only live 1 hit. I can live 1 Scald. And we have Amathar here. So if he wants to kill Amathar, he can't kill Hydreigon in 1 shot, and Hydreigon wipes him out. If he wants to kill Hydreigon, he can't kill Nidoking in 1 shot, and he risks Nidoking taking him out. Because Nidoking is Sheer Force Life Orb, and he knows that. He's seen my Life Orb. And we have T-Bolt. So he has to Scald, and he clicks Scald. That is going to be a guaranteed kill on Amathar, so we're going to see Amathar go down, and here we are. The last turn. It's the craziness. We're going to see Orochimaru come in. And I really wanted to know, do I need to click Draco and risk the miss? And I don't think I needed to. So we're going to go for the Dark Pulse. The super effective stab Dark Pulse. Scald could crit. Scald could burn. I don't know that burn makes a difference. But we're 1-1 here. This is crazy. Is he going to get his first win? Or are we going to take our first win since we took over? And we're going to live the hit. It's not very effective. No burn. And we're going to Dark Pulse and hit that Starmie for the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, your Arkansas Pigknights bring home their first win since taking over this team. We are now 2-4. Vepsis was 1-2. We're 1-2. Going into week 7, we have 7, 8, 9, and 10 left. 4 more weeks. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and pause this here. GG to my man TD Towers. GG to the Seattle Dragonairs. It was a great game, to be honest with you. He was very upset after this game. Just as a new player to the draft league, and he was you know, sad that he wasn't able to bring home the win. But I just wanted to know, like, dude, this was an amazing game. There was, I mean, the misclick on the Spectrier definitely made a huge difference in the match, and here at the end it was down to 50-50. So it was crazy, but it was good stuff all the way through. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. If you did, leave a like down below. Make sure to check out TD Towers in the link in the description, and I'll catch you guys back here next week for week 7. Peace.